Oh, hey YouTube. Oh, that's a bouncy phone. See if I can fix that. Nope. Repo Man 64. Look what Matt taught me over at Wackadoodle Samoan. His page is back up. His YouTube's back up and running. Man, can I fix this thing? No, it's just gonna go crazy. My wife's Jeep is so wobbly. Sorry about this. It's gonna be wobbly. I guess it's okay because Matt taught me a new thing. He's always screen sharing his phone, and I know this is probably old information for a lot of you younger people, and it's so easy for you to figure out this technology, but pretty proud of myself because Matt told me about this, and I've been playing around with it for days, trying to figure it out. I just wish it wasn't so bouncy, but I guess it doesn't matter because I'm leaving the screen. All right, let's go to this screen right there. So, hold on. I want to go to a different screen. Where'd you go? Bible Hub. There you are. Okay. I put it in airplane mode so nobody can call and interrupt the video. Look at this. This is every feast day. Okay? Feast day of the Lord, Passover feast, Feast of First Fruits, Feast of Pentecost. You'll find all this in Leviticus 23. Feast of Trumpets. That's where we're at now. Feast of Trumpets. Now, here's what I want to show you. And I might be wrong. I don't know. I know a lot of people are waiting on this sliver of the moon. And I know the Bible says, I think it's actually over in Numbers, where the Bible says, let me see if I can click over there. In the seventh month, on the first day of the month, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work. It is a day of blowing the trumpets unto you. You shall offer burnt offerings. And so it goes on down. I'm driving now, so I have to be careful. So they've already determined, and this is what I've learned from other channels, that the new moon doesn't necessarily mean a dark moon waiting on a sliver. It means a new month. They've said that over and over again. I've learned it on many channels that they've said that. It actually means a new moon, which means a new month. So, with that in mind, this is what I come up with. On Tishri 1, the seventh month and the first day, day of Feast of Trumpets, lands on September the 15th. 10 days later is the equilux, which happens on September 25th. This event, where there are 4 stars in the sky, which that's in my picture somewhere, I'd have to find it again, but I've showed you before, that event takes place twice a year. It happens on March 16th, and it happens on September, it's probably the 14th or 15th. I might be a day off here. And it's easy to get a day off because you have that day at a time, the day that no man knows the day or the hour, because that day, Tishri 1, actually lasts 48 hours. God had to make up a day because we have 365 days now, so he stopped the earth, or slowed time down for a 48-hour period of time where the sun stayed up in the sky for an extra 12 hours. So I think it was 12 hours or 24 hours, but they won the war. So what I'm saying, and I might be wrong, I don't know, but this is what I see, and I've been on this Enoch calendar, this Enoch timeline for quite a while, and you'll see the new month, Tishri 1, is on September the 15th. Now, let me go back to this. Could we see a rapture here in a moment? Oh, I hope so. Man, no, I hope so. I hope we do. Could it come? Like Dr. Barry has an amazing video. The guy's worked so hard, and his timeline is amazing. It does not line up with the Enoch timeline, and that's why I'm presenting this timeline. Could it be wrong? Of course it could be. Like I've said 100 times, we're all going to get a warning on Amos 3:7, we're all going to get this warning. It's not going to tell me to tell you. We're all going to see it. The bride's going to recognize it. The elect are going to recognize this warning and say, oh, it's coming. It might just be a trumpet blast at the last moment. It might be a warning 3 days in advance, like Damascus. It might be like Lot in the days of Lot. He was warned. He spent the night. He knew it the night before. He was warned. He was taken out in the morning as destruction befell behind him. And then you have Noah. Noah had a 7-day warning. That warning is right here. You can see it right here. 7 days to mourn Methuselah. Methuselah actually died on October 24th. They buried him. He did not want to be counted with the wicked. He died. They buried him, and they mourned him for 7 days. So you have this timeline that happens, 47 days. You have the same timeline. Jesus rose out of the grave. He conquered death, and all these other scenarios. The 9th of Av, right here, it's a day of death. They go into the tomb. 30 days later, you have August 22nd, which is a little 8th. And then you go on further, you wind up with the entire account being 100 days. And I love that sound. I could outride him. He couldn't keep up with me if I were on my Busa. He might try. My wife won't let me have one, though. She won't even let me have this beard. She's so angry. My wife is so angry that I'm growing this beard. She hates this thing. I think it adds a little class, a little style. Anyway, let me go back to this. Okay, so you see all the numbers, 7, 3, 30, 7. You have the 47 up here. You have the 40 days before Methuselah, 40 days after Methuselah. You have all of this. It seems to line up really well. That's why I'm really super interested in this timeline. Am I right? I don't know. It just falls in place too well not to be, you know? So this is that list. I love that sound. This is that list right here. A bunch of people are on this list for being false witnesses because we're not convinced that this is the mark. Right here. This is tonight. I think they finally spotted the new moon, and they are finally celebrating the Feast of Trumpets. I don't even know what that is. Hey, that's a picture of me. I don't even know what all that is. I guess I should have gone through that. And that's why I'm on the list, because we're in the age of grace. There's nothing you can do for your salvation. There's nothing you can do to lose it. It was never yours in the first place. It belongs to God. This is a Jewish calendar. There are 12 months. There are never 13 months, ever. It's always 12 months. Down here you see August, the end of August, the beginning of September. Falling in, Tishri 1. September the 15th is Tishri 1. You can see that very clearly. That's their calendar. How they're coming up with the 8th or anything else, I think they are following the moon, which Enoch warns that they should no longer follow the moon because it's out of sync, and that they come into their seasons 10 days too soon. And for that reason, we are to use a solar calendar. I've showed you in past videos that, there you go, you can't lose your salvation because in some way you think it depends on you. Anyway, let me go back to this. I've showed you in past videos some time ago that the moon takes 13 months to go around the sun, or around us. Goes around us 13 times in a year. So the moon's not reliable. I mean, it's simple math. You do 28, it's 28, and I haven't done the math here today, but it takes 13 months to go around in a complete cycle. So you can't really follow the moon. I don't see how we can follow the moon. But let me move over and let these people in. But I'm looking at the 15th. I believe that Leviticus is very clear. Leviticus 23 is super clear that it starts on the new moon. And I believe the new moon is on September 15th, which is Tishri 1. I hope it happens right now. I'm waiting. I'd rather go right now. I don't want to wait another month, but who knows? Maybe Dr. Barry's got it nailed down and he's right. And I hope if everything passes, he is. You know, it's got to happen. Everybody knows it's got to happen. We can all feel it. Wow, that's bouncy. We can all feel it. You know, we all know it's coming. Everything's changing all around us. We can see it. We can feel it. So, anyway, Repo Man 64. And I was just having a little fun with the new camera thing. And it seems like it worked out pretty well. Let me see how this happens, how this looks, and I might be able to do more of this.